Hi, welcome to Project Ross. I will. In today's video we'll be talking about the K20 Peugeot 205. So in this video, this will be, like I said, talking video, because a whole bunch of things that I didn't cover because it was small things or things I just couldn't be bothered with, usually small things, that I didn't show. And I'm going to talk about that in this video. So let's start with the first thing. So the first thing is going to be whole stuff of the rear end, because the rear bumper didn't really fit because it's a bit off, all this stuff. That's why it's not completely straight. I had to make two of these plates with a nut or a bolt welded on the other side of it, so it can actually mount it back on, because the original mounts were gone. So yeah, that's that. And of course I've cut the bumper, which you have seen in the videos. Next thing, I made bolts on the other side of the floor so I could actually screw down my battery box. Yeah, that was also quite necessary, because this is all good. It's actually I'm going to put some foam inside so the battery doesn't bounce, but it's already clamped in there, so I'm not quite sure if it's necessary. So yeah, let's go on to the next thing. Next thing is the rear tailgate mount. These things are very simple, very, simple, easy to make, and they work fine, because all they do is, have a little threaded rod over there in this hole, and one of these putting one of these on, or actually two of them. So yeah, that's a simple, easy solution. And next thing is, I actually have a throttle cable made out of a original Peugeot 205 throttle cable, which I had shortened and a little bit modified, of course, to make it work. I also had to drill out the standard, this bracket. I had to drill that out to make this fit. This actually works brilliantly. I didn't cover it because I just made it so quickly, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should film this, but then it was already filmed. Also, an intake, not sure if I covered that, with a, of course, pot filter. This is all pretty standard stuff. Also, changed the threaded rods in here, which made everything good. Let's see, mounted the wiring of battery in here, made this grommet fit. Wired up all the lighting, which have I covered it? I don't think so. Maybe I'm going to do in a later video where I explain all the wiring, which that still has to be made, of course. But yeah, I think that's about it for the front end. Oh, of course, this thing is functional now, which it wasn't at first. There isn't one at the rear side, but there is a stock tow hitch over there, which I can toe strap thing, a ring, which you can use. This thing is standard. I don't mention, there's not that much to talk about. Yeah. I still have to make an aluminium cover for this, which I, of course, still haven't made because I've been doing other things. But that thing is it's not going to be on film, but I'm going to do that. Also, the windscreen wipers, I've also put the mechanism back in, but it's not yet wired in, because I can't find the connector for this, but maybe I'm going to do it without. But this is going to be wired in as well. It's just going to, I think this one over here is the power. After that, the one is, I don't know, but this is going to be not that big of a deal, but it's going to be there. But I want to be able to car this drive in the rain. Because rain or shine, I'm going on track. Doesn't matter what the weather says. And that weather isn't stopping me. Also wired up the brake lights. The rear lights also going to get wired up. Because if I want to do evening sessions, having lights is just safe. So I'm going to do that. And I also wired in a O2 sensor, which is actually the stock narrow band. I don't know, I haven't got a wideband yet, but maybe I'll do that later on when I got the car tuned. I also have ITBs, yes, ITB is ready for this car, but I'm going to drive it like this at first, so yeah. And under the fender here, I'm going to do some clearancing as well later on, because I eventually want to put this car lower on the front wheels, which I was going to do today actually, but I decided not to, because actually the rear is now lower than the front, which is actually pretty good, because I want more weight on the rear axle, because I haven't got a lot of weight over there, so I want, hopefully the tail will stay better in check. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I hope so. So if you see inside here, there's not a lot of room if I lower it, so I'm going to cut that out. And also this bunch clearancing over here, cut this bit out over here, and I cut that bit over there. Also on the other side, you can actually show it, or I can actually show it. You can see it over here. Not much room, but it completely clears. This is the bit where it's not right. This side of the body kit is not straight. That's also why it doesn't really meet with the rear bumper. And this is also why the wheel isn't centered properly. Which, I'm not sure how, but that happened, so yeah. Also, of course, a decal I made myself a couple of years ago. Sliding windows, all this stuff. This is pretty good. Also, the exhaust is going to get heat wrapped. It's going to have 2 or 3 layers over it, and there will be a cover over there that there won't be a hole. They're going to get covered up. And probably what most of you people are thinking now, the engine bay is going to get cleaned up and painted eventually. I'm not in a hurry about that, because don't really care, but it's going to get white, of course, and the valve cover is going to get powder coated or painted. It's going to get blue, probably matching with this or this, and I'm not sure which blue it's going to be, but it's going to be blue. And you know, that's basically it, I think. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here with a thank you. I want to thank you all for watching this series, if you ever watch the series. If you don't watch the series, then I'll thank you. But yeah, there's also other people I'd like to thank. I want to thank ECU Master for, you know, supplying me with my ECU, or not my ECU, the PMU 16, because that thing is amazing. I love that thing. It's made the whole thing way easier, even though it was a bit tricky at first. But yeah, I want to thank ECU Masters, like I said. I also want to thank GDS, which is my neighbor. He also supplied me with a whole bunch of metal. He did some cutting for me, did a little bit of welding for me. Amazing. GDS is a good guy. Jimmy, thank you, man. Got you. And also I'd like to thank Heerschap Auto. He always there for me with the bearings. He mounted my tires. I can use his truck. All that stuff. It's amazing. Good job. So yeah, if you have questions about this car or some comments or something, feel free to put them down in the comments or something like that. I also had a Facebook page, Plus 3 Racing, but that thing is no longer around because blah blah stuff like that happened. So at this note, I want to end this video. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Laters.
So thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. And talking about more, you can click on one of these 2 videos to see some more from the channel. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Laters.